in case of mains, we have written answers. What is main difference between prelim and mains examination? The main difference between preliminary examination and mains examination is that in case of preliminary examination, you are supposed to give only objective answer. In case of civil services UPSC examination, for mains, you must have write down the answers. That is the main difference. Now here, in case of mains, only qualified students, those who are qualified by prelim, they are only supposed to appear for mains examination, where first two papers are languages paper. They are qualifying level paper. First paper is obviously English. Why I am saying obviously? Because in free India, after getting freedom, we are still having impact of English over us. We are not able to select yet any national language, and therefore the examinations are conducted in English as well as regional languages also. But English is mandatory. So first mandatory language we must get, that is English. Second, that is any one Indian regional language. So English is also Indian regional language. Keep in mind, from Nagaland, that is Indian regional language, but you can't take two languages as English if you are not belonging from Seven Sisters. So otherwise it is advisable that take one language as English. Obviously we have to, and other regional language you can go select either your mother tongue if you are fluent, because now this is another problem we are facing, that students are not familiar with their mother tongue. This is the impact of westernization over us. So if that is there, then I don't have any option, but at least you have to select maybe possible whatever the language you are fluent, that language that must be in the listed language. So that you have to consider as second regional language. Now these two languages, the paper that is of qualifying level paper. Again keep in mind, that score of languages, they are not considered into main score. But if you are not qualified, then your other papers are not going to get selected, checked out. So here 25% is limit of languages. So whatever paper you are going to appear, that you must minimum get 25% mark. Then only we are going to check your other papers. Now what these other papers are there? They are again general studies paper. Total 4 general studies papers they are there. What we discuss about prelim, similar papers are here. Only one additional paper is there, that is called as ethics paper. So in paper 2 of preliminary examination, there was a part that is called as decision making, problem solving and interpersonal communication skill. So like that part that is there in paper 2, that somewhat similar but elaborated part is there, that is in ethical paper. So that is in case of mains. But apart from that, one more paper is there, that is called as essay writing. This is very, very critical paper according to me. So I am just listing out again. First, 2 languages only for qualifying level. Then essay writing. Then 4 general studies paper, and whatever remaining, that is optional subject. So what you have to select as optional subject from your side, that you can select out here, that must be in the list given, declared by UPSC on their website. So accordingly you can select any one subject as optional subject. So that you have to give there as optional subject. I am revising. 2 qualifying paper, that is English and Indian regional language. Only qualifying, that means you have to get only 25% mark. Minimum, maximum you can get whatever you want. Essay writing, 250 marks. Then 250 marks each, like that 4 general studies paper. Then 250 marks each, 2 papers, that means 500 mark but belong to only one optional subject. So suppose I want to take physics as optional subject, then I have to appear for 500 marks physics paper. It is not that I will take 500 mark, so 250 mark physics and 250 mark chemistry. No, only one optional subject I must select, that is for 500 marks. So this is the structure of mains examination.